This is Barnstable Today for Friday, March 20th. Welcome aboard. I'm Mark Mumford, and a quick reminder that you can find the meetings we cover on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
Good news punctuates the town council meeting. That's our focus today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
However, before we launch our first clip from last night's town council session, we would like to welcome some in-studio guests.
We are being joined today by town employees currently enrolled in the town's Inside Government Citizens Academy. And to our guests, it is great to have you with us today.
Meanwhile, getting back to last night's town council meeting, President Fred Chirigotis read a special letter to the council.
Excuse me. If not, I have received a letter, and I know that it's a rare occasion when we read letters, but it is a letter from the president of the NAACP for Cape Cod Branch and Hyannis, addressed to myself and all of you council members. And if I might, if I could read this, and I realize I'm not going to ask a vote, but I'm just going to read it very quickly. On behalf of the Cape Cod chapter of the NAACP and the entire Cape Cod community, we gratefully extend our sincere gratitude for helping make the Zion Union Museum a reality. Through your thoughtful deliberation, your sense of community and commitment has produced an enlightenment of diversity for all to see. Our tourists now have an additional stop in which to view and discuss the Cape Cod makeup. Many thanks, of course, is rendered to your town manager, John Klim, and the former assistant town manager, Paul Nedzwicki. Without their extensive support and historic presentation before your legislative body, without it, I dare say, such a fine facility may not exist today. In addition, we recognize the many hours and commitment by Councilor Harold Toby and past president of the NAACP, John Reed. This has truly become their second home, and we are grateful for all their time and devotion to the museum. This building has really been on display. With exhibits, student programs, speakers, and other educational programs, the town can really be proud for making this happen. Again, we thank you sincerely, Scoba F. Rhodes, President, NAACP Cape Cod Branch.
Before we get to our next clip, we are now joined by our second group of folks from the Town Citizens Academy.
They'll join us in watching this clip of Lynn Poyant at last night's town council meeting.
In her role as the town's Director of Community Services, she was the bearer of good news, and she also offered up a heads up in regard to a big event at the Kennedy Rink coming up on Sunday afternoon.
Lynn Poyant, Director of Community Services for the town of Barnstable, and I was very pleased to be at the State House today to accept an award on behalf of the town. It was from Common Cause, Massachusetts Campaign for Open Government, and this is Sunshine Week, where media shines a light on the transparency of government. And we received the 2009 E-Government Award in recognition of our commitment to open government by posting key governance records on our website, the governing body's agenda, minutes, budget, and bylaws and ordinances. So I'd like to present that to President Chirigotis. And while I have the podium, I would just like to remind everyone that this Sunday, March 22nd, from 4 to 6 p.m., is our final skate at the Kennedy Rink. And if anybody is available to come and join us, we hope that you will. I did ask if whether or not they had double blade runners, and they don't. So I'll be there. I just can't guarantee that I'll be standing up. So we hope you'll join us.
Thank you very much, Lynn Poyant.
I get a point of information when Lynn's available.
Yes, sir.
This is so contrary to everything we hear every time we open our meeting. Could we hear what the award was for again?
Yes, it was from Common Cause, and it was Massachusetts.
Who is Common? I'm sorry to interrupt. Who is Common Cause?
Common Cause. Wait, I'll tell you. They're a nonpartisan, nonprofit government watchdog dedicated to citizen participation in an open, honest, and accountable government. They are an independent, member-supported organization. They have more than 200,000 members nationwide and over 10,000 members in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
So watchdogs that watch over the action of all 351 towns.
Correct.
Have chosen us as a transparent group.
Correct. We were one of 117 communities that were recognized, and there are actually 30 cities and towns in the Commonwealth that don't even have a website. There are an additional 30 that don't post any records of any kind on their website, and in the past they've told us that some of the things that we do with our website are what is setting the standard for future years. Specifically, what was mentioned today is video on demand, live streaming of Channel 18, things of that nature.
I'm going to be very selfish, Mr. President, and make a motion that we post this award on the podium under glass, please.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? One opposition.
Mr. President?
Can I just ask you, Lynn?
Go ahead, quickly.
Were we recognized last year?
Yes, the award started in 2006, and we have received the award every year since 2006.
I think that's important to note, that this is something that we've received repeatedly, and I do remember that from last year.
If we could hear from the town manager.
Mr. President, we would all be remiss if we did not mention that this award is made possible because of members of our employee unions who all have taken the responsibility of dissemination of public information as the highest order. And I would like to very specifically recognize our employees that are involved with the information technologies departments, both the police department and general information technologies department, for their hard work.
Thank you.
Once again, that final skate at the Kennedy Rink is set for Sunday afternoon from 4 to 6.
Meanwhile, we now welcome a third group of participants in the town's Citizens Academy. Another great-looking group. Welcome aboard.
Getting back to the town council session, town manager John Klim spoke of his visit this week with the volunteers who help out with the Meals on Wheels program at the Senior Center.
The second item is already mentioned, and that is I did have the opportunity, as I do every year, to participate in the Meals on Wheels program. And just very quickly, the program, which is also known as the Home Delivered Meals Program, assists homebound individuals aged 60 and older who are unable to prepare nutritious meals for themselves. The meals are planned to provide a minimum of the daily nutrients recommended for older adults. And the aspect of this program that is so significant is that all of the deliveries are done by volunteers who dedicate thousands of hours a year. There are some, as Madeline Taylor said, some 40,000 meals delivered. I had the honor of spending several hours with Sue Handy from the village of Barnstable, and I wanted to publicly thank her for a delightful morning. But to watch these volunteers who never ask for any recognition, they are all doing it for the right reason. The service that they provide in a very quiet way to folks that are in significant need, not only of a nutritious meal, but in many instances of just having someone to be able to talk to and say hello to. I just can't say enough about this Meals on Wheels program, and if there are folks interested, they could call our distribution center in Barnstable at 508-790-2746. And if any of the councilors would like additional information for your constituents that might need this service now or in the future, we can provide that to you.
You can find last night's town council meeting on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
Meanwhile, the town calendar is free of meetings on this first evening of spring. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll meet you right back here on Monday. I'm Mark Mumford.